In the Soviet Union, Vladimir Putin began his path to the presidency by working as a KGB officer before entering politics. He advanced fast through the ranks, finally succeeding Boris Yeltsin as Russian Prime Minister in 1999. Putin has received praise and scorn for his policies and deeds during this time as president. Others consider him ruthless authoritarian who crushes dissent and threatens democracy, while some see him as a strong leader who has regained Russia's position on the international scene. But regardless of how one feels about Putin's politics, it's undeniable that he's accumulated a sizable wealth while in power. His estimated net worth, which may make him the richest person on the globe, ranges from tens of billions to more than $200 billion. What has Putin done with his fortune, though, and how did he come by it? These are just a few of the queries that this video will address. We'll investigate Putin's suspected ties to organized crime, his relationship with billionaires, and his utilization of public resources for private gain. Vladimir Putin is the richest president in the world. So settle back, take some popcorn, and get ready to learn about his interesting but frequently troubling life as well as his completely sad tale. The upheaval of post-World War II Leningrad influenced Vladimir Putin's early childhood, which was marked by poverty and sorrow. He endured months of famine and misery during the Leningrad siege as a child, which permanently altered his mental makeup. Despite these difficult circumstances, Putin persisted, honing his martial arts skills and moving up the KGB ranks to become a feared agent. However, the childhood trauma he had never fully recovered from showed up in his political behavior. His background has been connected in particular to the annexation of Crimea and his participation in the current crisis in Ukraine. Some claim that Putin's desire to reclaim Russian supremacy in the area derives from a deep-seated need to get past the pain of his upbringing and provide his nation with a sense of power and stability. Of course, none of this excuses Putin's actions, which have devastated millions of people and caused great misery. However, comprehending the underlying reasons for his actions can provide important insights into the nature of political power and how a leader's perspective is influenced by his personal experiences. We frequently picture a hero who is only good, just, and noble when we think of a protagonist in a novel. On the other hand, when we think of an adversary, we see a villain who is wholly evil, benevolent, and merciless. However, in convincing and significant stories, this isn't always the case. In truth, every character, protagonist, or antagonist has both good and bad qualities. This is because every character is shaped by their unique experiences, convictions, and motivations, which can force them to make decisions that are both honorable and dubious. This is especially true with Vladimir Putin, the president of Russia, who is the center of an ongoing conflict in Ukraine. Putin has his motivations for his acts, even though many see him as an adversary. Certain of these explanations might appear valid to certain people, while others might not. It's critical to look at Putin's past and comprehend the reasons behind his motivations to fully comprehend his nature. For instance, his need to defend his nation from foreign dangers and his deep-seated sense of national pride both contribute to his ambition to restore Russia's status and reputation on the international scene. In addition, Putin's history as a KGB agent has given him a worldview that places a premium on control, secrecy, and devotion. Many consider the leadership style that has resulted from this to be authoritarian and undemocratic. We can better comprehend the complexities of the current Ukrainian conflict and Putin's intentions by understanding his background and motivations. This does not suggest that we excuse or condone his actions, but rather we look to fully grasp the situation to find a way to achieve peace and resolution. Putin briefly held the position of Prime Minister of Russia after spending a career in the KGB and leading the Federal Security Service. But what would ultimately make him famous was his selection as acting president following Boris Yeltsin's resignation. Since then, Putin has been a divisive figure who is frequently charged with authoritarianism and employing harsh methods to keep power. Some people have questioned his devotion to democracy and human rights because of his unyielding attitude towards political opponents. Putin may have a reputation for being a tough guy, but his early life certainly had an impact on how he saw the world. Living under difficult circumstances and growing up in a city that had endured so much during the war would have surely left a lasting mark on him. According to rumors, Putin has admitted that he now earns $140,000 a year and lives in an 800-square-foot flat, which, while not exactly indicating a luxury lifestyle, it's not exactly suggestive of poverty either. Putin's true net worth is reportedly much higher than that he publicly acknowledges, according to numerous rumors. With a net worth in the billions of dollars, some estimates place him among the wealthiest people on Earth. Why the secrecy then? To appeal to the Russian people who have endured decades of economic misery. One interpretation is that Putin tries to uphold a public image of modesty and humility. It can also be a strategy for him to escape scrutiny or charges of wrongdoing. Whatever the motivations for Putin's financial opacity, the reality that his true net worth is unknown persists. The mystery surrounding the Russian president's wealth is likely to continue until more information is made available. igniting excitement and speculation among onlookers throughout the world. Nevertheless, despite Putin's assertion of financial restraint, some experts think he may be the richest man in the world, with assets exceeding an astounding $200 billion. If this amount is accurate, Putin would have a fortune that is significantly greater than that of other well-known billionaires like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk. Where do Putin's riches originate then? Some believe he acquired his enormous wealth through shady business activities, such as receiving a portion of the earnings from state-owned businesses or through private investments in Russian firms that are hidden from the public's view. Others think Putin's riches could be related to his portion of authority, with the Russian government giving him access to lucrative commercial opportunities and other financial advantages. The amount of Putin's financial holdings remains a secret, prompting many to speculate about how much the Russian president is worth, as the wealth of Putin continues to be a topic of discussion. Putin is frequently photographed wearing expensive timepieces that cost many times his alleged annual income. He's been seen sporting a $60,000 watch and is said to also be a proud owner of a $500,000 Alanga Sovona, among other pricey timepieces. Putin allegedly owns a stunning 190,000 square foot estate perched atop a rock overlooking the Black Sea, the largest private mansion in the nation, rumored to be located on the beachfront property, which Putin affectionately refers to as Putin's country cottage and serves as his own palace. The estate is Putin's playground and features frescoed ceilings, a marble swimming pool surrounded by statues of Greek gods, a 27,000 square foot guest house, spas, a musical parlor, dressing rooms for all of his staff. A 40-person staff spends $2 million annually only to maintain the property's landscaping, in addition to all the opulent furniture. Italian architect Franco Cirillo created the $1.4 billion Black Sea mansion, which cost $1.4 billion to build. A Reuters investigation claims that the money for the extravagant project was allegedly laundered through the nation's 1.3 trillion rubles national project called Health, in which the state purchased pricey medical equipment from a business owned by Putin's friends, Shamalov and Gorlov, at a significant discount from the market value. Putin's ownership of the palace is disputed by the Kremlin, which claims a wealthy businessman is the rightful owner. Russian commentators, however, denounce it as an obvious fraud and assert that no businessman is permitted to have an estate under the FSB's, Russia's Federal Security Service, protection with a no-fly zone over them. Putin is said to own 58 planes and helicopters, including a $716 million plane called the Flying Kremlin, with a toilet made of gold, in addition to the Black Sea mansion, 19 other homes, and 700 cars. Additionally, he owns a $100 million mega yacht that was created by a nuclear submarine manufacturer from the Russian Navy to give him additional alternatives by land, air, or sea. What's so surprising is that despite all the paper trails and testimonies stacked against him, the Russian president continues his charade of being a dutiful bureaucrat with a simple middle-class lifestyle. And there you have it. That was a little insight into the backstory of Vladimir Putin and his possible current wealth. What are your opinions on this? Feel free to let us know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to our channel to stay notified and updated on all our upcoming content. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.